everyone, and thank you for joining me for this week's STEAM lesson. Now today we're going to be focusing on engineering, and you might be wondering, what does an engineer actually do? Well, let's find out.
Okay, so what is an engineer? Well, an engineer designs and builds buildings, machines, structures or systems. They have scientific training, then they use their knowledge to build these things. Today we're going to look at a technique that engineers use when they're building, and this is the pulley technique. Now we see this lots and lots in our environment, and one way that we see it is maybe on a building site when you see a crane, they use a pulley technique. We also see it in lots of other places. At home, we use the pulley technique when we're pulling up our blinds. In a water well, we use the pulley technique when we're lifting water from the well. If you visit a gym, you might see this technique being used when people are using it to lift heavy weights. When you go rock climbing or abseiling, then the pulley technique is used and is attached to the person climbing or abseiling. When you go fishing and you catch a fish, we also use the pulley technique when you're reeling the fish in. When we raise a flag, then the pulley technique is used to make the flag go higher. And one that I remember as a child, my gran had a pulley to dry her clothes, and this was another design to lift the clothes up. Now you might see something common in all of these, and that's the pulley technique is used to lift a heavy weight. So how does it work? Well, the pulley system makes it easier to lift a heavy object as it changes the direction of the pull or force applied, which makes the object feel lighter. And that's why when we look in our environment and all the things that we use the pulley technique for, it helps to make objects feel lighter, which makes them easier to use. So now it's our turn to have a go.
Okay, so we're going to see if this theory really does work. I asked you to gather together some books, and I've got some novels here, and I've already tied them with my string. Now, depending on what strength of string you've got, then just be careful. I did try and pile up some encyclopedias, but my string kept breaking. So get a good weight, but don't make it too heavy that your string is breaking. So first of all, I would like you to get your books together and tie them up first, and then get the rest of your string and just tie it round your books. Don't cut any off, because it's good just to have a lot of string left over. So give it a wee double knot just to make it nice and tight. Now when you lift that, you can feel that it's quite heavy. Okay, now it'll all depend on the books that you're using, but there is quite a bit of weight in that. So I'm going to see if I use a pulley system, if it makes my books feel lighter. So I'd like you to get your chairs, and I did ask you to see if they're preferably high backed, and put them apart, making sure that your rolling pin fits on nicely in the middle. Okay, then I'm going to get my books on the floor. Now you will have to keep a hand on your rolling pin just so that it doesn't roll away. And I'm just going to see if by using the pulley, by pulling on the string, if it makes my books feel lighter. So let's have a go. Okay, and it does feel much lighter. So now we can understand why engineers like to use the pulley technique when they're designing lots of structures or machineries. Well done, boys and girls. Now it's your turn to have a go.